Alright, chat, YouTube, it's Deck Tech time. This time for the UTRECHT winning Dawgmoth list. We got 3 copies of Ephemerate as our 1-drop to go with our Solitude. We got 3 copies of Fatal Push for some removal, 3 Thoughtseize for a little bit of hand disruption, 3 copies of Relic of Progenitus to pair with our 4 copies of Ketramose, 4 Phelias to blink our 4 Overlords, 3 copies of Emperor Bones to return Overlord and Phelia and Ketramose, whatever we need. 1 copy of Dauthi Voidwalker is kind of a tech that blew up, so to speak, when the Hollow One list started playing and it started doing well against the Breach decks. So 1 copy of Dauthi, 3 copies of Flickerwisp to flicker our Overlord of the Balemurk, as well as any of our other creatures or our MDFCs, including Witch Enchanter and Boggart Trawler here. We could play them as lands and then flip them face up. The 4 Ketramose, new card from Aether Drift. Whenever you exile a card on your turn, you draw a card, and then you can attack with it as a 4/4 Menace Lifelink Indestructible if you have 7 or more cards in exile. A couple copies of Marsh the Otherworldly Light as an additional 1 mana, quote unquote, removal spell, or you have to pitch another card. The Solitude as our other piece of interaction. I already talked about the Balemurks and the Witch Enchanters. Mana base wise, I got 1 Bleachbone Verge, a couple copies of Concealed Courtyard, 2 Godless Shrines, 4 Marsh Flats, 4 Windswept Heath for some fetches. Couple copies of Shadowy Backstreets, 2 horrendous looking plains, and 1 horrendous looking swamp that we will swap right now. I have a sideboard. 1 Deafening Silence, the card that killed me in the showcase while I was playing Storm. 1 copy of textless Celestial Purge that says exile target black or red permanent dingo, not black or white permanent. 1 Drannith Magistrate to stop Storm and Breach. 1 Exercise to exile Murktide, and probably also pretty good against Energy, because you can exile Goblin Bombardment and Flage. 1 Stony Silence for Breach. 1 Thalia also for Breach or Storm. 3 copies of White Orchid Phantom for a little bit of land destruction against Eldrazi. 1 Aven Interrupter to plot things against Breach and also have the flavor text against them. Also good against Storm and good against Kozilek's Command. 1 Elish Norn for the Mirror. And a couple copies of Wrath the Skies, not Old Border, by the way, for sweeping up against Energy. 1 Ray for dealing with opposing Ketramose, and then 1 Vindicate as more land destruction. As true exercise is also removal against Ketramose. Mulligan. His hand's not much better. I think it's a keeper. Oh, okay. Never once. A BNR is in 1 week from this Monday. Oh, good. Belcher with double Lotus. This is not a good start for us. Things are looking grim. And it's only turn 2. I miss Flickerwisp. I think that does much. It's pretty good if they have a Tameshi, but I think I'll be dead by the time they have a Tameshi. That means they have Flare as a cancel, or they have Word to go get a Lotus at end step. Guess we'll find out. Play my dog. Oh no. It's all lands. Always has been. Well, I can upkeep Exile Lotus Bloom. I don't think that's very strong, but it's probably my only play. Well, if I don't die this next turn, Overlord's looking pretty strong. What you doing with those Lotus Blooms? Anything super threatening and deadly I need to know about? Can't quite kill me with Word for Belcher. They're one shy. There have been some heaters on the radio today. We're for 4. I guess I'm still dead if they have an untapped land. Surely they wouldn't have an untapped land, right? They don't have an untapped land. But also, I'm not sure if this Overlord is going to even pick me up. It's going to be helpful. Yeah, week from Monday is the BNR. I don't think I have any outs. Let's double check. No. I should have Evoke. Why does Witch Enchanter not have Evoke? Alright, Belcher. White Orchid Phantom. Fatal Push. No. Solitude. No. That's off. I mean, relics are kind of mid as well. Drannith Magistrate is pretty good. Thali is pretty good. Aven Interrupter indicates fine. Stony. I don't know about Deafening Silence. Deafening Silence could be okay. And with Exercise, the leg could be okay. And what do we not want? Bones doesn't do a ton. Overlord is like a little slow. What is our fastest clock, I guess, if we have a 1-2 wombo combo? We go down to 1 Solitude. It's weird because we can't tutor it with Recruiter Guard. What does it stop? Deafening Silence? It stops them from like going thing plus counterspell in the same turn, really. It's not amazing, but it also like they can't get a Lotus Bloom off of Suspend plus also cast Belcher, for example, on the same turn. I think it's reasonable enough. Yeah, I'm saying it's awkward to go down to 1 Solitude because we don't have Recruiter to tutor it up. So maybe I want more Solitudes to stop Tameshi. I should play Tim, but I want to try this deck. Can I ask if you find this deck bad with incoming banners playable? I think it's kind of good at the moment. Not sure how your Breach matchup is, though. I want to play Stony Silence or Drannith Magistrate. I'll just get the Stony down. Is it time for Vexing Devil to return? No. Force Negation. Joel. Dr. Scholes. Dr. Scholes. Suspends the Lotus Bloom. Oh boy, do I have the thing for that. Second Ketramose, not where I want to be. Spell Snare. I don't know if Torborg's still here, but I'm really surprised that Spell Snare didn't do work for him. Spell Snare just seems so strong right now. I feel like it's what's keeping the Frog decks afloat. Opponent said, what the hell is your entire sideboard? I have my entire 15 card sideboard in this matchup. That's the only way black-white beats this in Breach. Mostly the same cards. Smoge. I'm gonna leave up Ephemerate so we can protect the Drannith Magistrate regardless. The scary part here is if they just jam a Belcher, if they just have 4th land Belcher, I'm just stone dead to it. Don't kill me, opponent. Don't play your Belcher. Tap land, good sign. I'm also dead to like were untap Belcher if they were for Lotus. This Sopping Tabeshi seems okay. But I kind of want to cycle it. I'll wait a turn, see if I could cycle it on their turn, maybe hit Aven Interrupter if I really need it. That one's staying in exile. Flickerwisp for Witch Enchanter would also be good if they play just a Belcher pass. 18 turn clock, baby. Until they play a Philology, then it's a 0 turn clock. Infinite turn clock, I guess. There's no Necro in this build. Oh, let's go. Stone Rain acquired. Them stones. Them bones. Well, we got stones and bones. If they were for Lotus, I think I have to Stone Rain them again. Alright, Stone Rain you. Does it matter which one? I guess, probably an untap one. I can put this creature under Emperor Bones. I am dead to land Belcher. 7's the magic number here. Chad, do you think decks are going to start playing Lotus Bloom plus Ugin? Just as a way of accelerating out Ugin? Somebody's going to try it at least, right? Maybe not with Worm. Don't give him ideas. I feel like Ugin's so strong that you can just, like, do whatever to get it out as fast as possible, and it would probably be okay. It's not even faster than casting normally. If you're on Tron, it's not. But it is more resilient to land hate. It's gonna be such despair. Kozilek's command stonks are through the roof right now. The stone raining will continue until morale improves. Uh-oh. That's not good. Wait a minute, does this say you may change the target of an instant or sorcery spell? Why is this an instant or a sorcery spell only? Why can't it be an ability as well? I want to redirect Belcher at this. Yeah, why isn't it just Spellskite though? That's so sad. It would have been so sweet. My opponent's like, Belcher you for lethal. I'm just like, surprise, 1-4. Hydroelectric Spellskite. 0-4 flash. If you cast Belcher, I will lose. So don't do that, please. Opponent has no idea what cards they have in hand. They're like, could be anything. I believe in you, opponent. You gotta draw a step still. Opponent went to bed. They said nap time. I gotta figure out what we're gonna play in standard tomorrow, chat. Or I could just play Pixie, I guess. That's so boring. Maybe I should be boring though. Play blue white control. I could. I could play blue white control in standard. I haven't actually seen what that looks like yet. If I get to play that blue white Gear Hulk, I think I'm in. No, the winning condition is Hornlock Whale. Well, that's a lot less exciting. I gotta hit people with a whale. Really? There's no blue white Gear Hulk? This is so sad, man. Maybe I'll play the blue white Omniscience combo. Oh, what? They AFK'd for 4 minutes to kill me with a Belcher? Oh, they lost electricity. Oh, no problem. GG's. I'm gonna send a smiley face, but in reality, I'm a sad face. That's a little weird. We'll keep it though. Yeah, 3 Riptide Gear Hulk. Let's go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play the blue white Gear Hulk tomorrow. I don't know in what shell, but I'm gonna find the best shell for that card and just play it. That card's so sweet. Prowess and double strike? No, you're good, Vegas. You're good. This best shell is Domain. But does actually see play in Domain? Is that card sick in that deck? Atrox is seeing play instead. I don't see any blue white Gear Hulks in any of these lists. Yeah, I think Belcher's good. It got a lot worse now that people are starting to play Frog again. I don't even know if their Frog matchup's that bad. They have so many counterspells of their own to fight back. 1 red produced by Sacred Foundry. Ragavan. Ragavan. I'm just gonna surveil. I don't want to push this thing quite yet. That's a little bit better than Twin. That's not bad. Already down to 16. The joys of playing MDFCs. What you doing with that there Ragster? You wouldn't have to be attacking now, would you? They're actually just dancing with the Ragavan. Fatal Pushing. For whatever reason, these retro border cards, whenever they have a trigger that goes on the stack, it's like has a white bar for top text on a meme. The new push secret layer art. I don't think I have. I'm just gonna do this now while I don't have removal up. You like it? I'll take a look. Yeah, I think I'm down to pop a relic. Yep. MTG spoilers. Let's see if I can find this. Fatal push. Rebound. No. And straight to the breach bracket. 1,000 years of breach. Worse than jail plus death combined. 1,000 years of breach, but they always have the perfect opening hand. every time you're dying on turn 2. Oh, it's this one. It's the cartoon one that I still don't really understand. So from what I understand, which is not a lot, the young wolf is like Cuphead. Now we have Silence, which I don't know why they didn't just make this orange chant. But we got Silence. We got Winds of Abandon, which is also from Cuphead. Culling the Weak, which is also from Cuphead. Fatal Push. I like that. It's a good Fatal Push. Walking across the bridge and falling. And there's the young wolf. I'm gonna call this Cuphead art style. Secret Lair Cuphead. Want to see something I cooked? I don't know. Do I? Alright, Johnny. Your time here's done. I'll pop a second relic. So we have Ketramose on top. We have a Thoughtseize on top. Disregard the deck name. It used to have Rumble. Ban Twarza. This just looks like blue-white control lost its identity. Blue-white chant, but bad artifacts. I think if you're playing like an artifact control deck, part of the appeal of playing a control deck right now is having Wrath Disguise, and if you're playing artifacts in your control deck and you can't have Wrath Disguise, you have to be doing something truly broken. I'm not sure Scepter Chant Teferi is warranted to be broken. That looks cool though. Did you have Metallic Rebuke in here? You should put Metallic Rebuke in here. Another one. Ketramose. Kind of like Ketramose. They might double block with the 2 Cat Warriors. I think either way I still have to kill Johnny. Alright, Johnny. Time to die unless they have removal here and then they could flip it again. See, why does this thing have a coin flip? I don't get it. It should be a coin flip to flip a Johnny. Why does it just flip every time? All of them should have been coin flips. If you draw 3 cards, flip a coin with Damio. Cats always land on their feet, so flipping a coin doesn't work. Okay, but cats also apparently always lose their brothers. Brother! Ral would never lose his brother, because he doesn't have one. Wait, canonically speaking, are Ral and Dak related? He's lost enough, he doesn't need to lose a flip. Insects always land on their shell. Poor Grist. I think Grist's so dirty. Ral's married to Tomik. Who's Tomik? Tomik, Wielder of Law. I've never seen this card before in my life. Affinity for Planeswalkers. Okay, that makes sense. Canonically speaking, if they're married. Flying Vigilance, whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you or Planeswalkers you control, that opponent loses 3 life and you draw a card. Give me that flash. That could be kind of flooding out a little bit. They have art together. I see fan made art, but that's about it. Yeah, how is he not related to the greatest thief in the universe? Doesn't make any sense. 0 Mecha Cat. Savor the moment, secret lair. A moment, secret lair. Oh yeah, would you look at that? I didn't even realize this when I saw it the first time. I want solid. Wait, did I target that with the right one? No, I didn't. Alright, well, good thing we stacked them this way. I think I should just get the Solitude into play now. Never, Timmy. Never. Alright. It's cool. I don't feel like we did much that game, like, at all. Like, we just kind of flooded, but they flooded also. Is Elishon good against them? Wrath, this guy's a definitely one in him. I don't really like Thoughtseize, and I don't really like Aven Interrupter, but there's no Avens in the main deck here. Dauthie's a blank piece of cardboard. Take the Celestial Purge. I could take Vindicate also, but I think this is okay. Here's the save of the moment. I do. Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. I think we're gonna play some Azorius Omniscience tomorrow, chat. Sounds kind of fun. Get that blue-white Gearhulk beat going. Why not Tough Cookie? You know why Tough Cookie. Or no Tough Cookie. Ray's supposed to be for the Ketramose mirrors. I guess I can keep this. Guide of Souls. Draw a Fatal Push. Or Solitude. Neither of those. And we're going to play the Relic on one. It's Relic time. Hopefully no Ocelot Pride. Or hopefully I draw Wrath Disguise before their board goes crazy. When Lantern Millstorm, brew it up. Whatever Lantern Millstorm means. No? Okay. Can't argue with that. You're never touching Lantern cards again. Now that's the spirit. That's the kind of energy we'd like to see. Now we just got to get you to never touch mill cards again. And then you'll be peak Zeriak. And I got to never touch storm cards again. Yeah, Timmy gone. Just baited into playing Lantern for no reason. Timmy doesn't even want to watch. Aether Hub's a sweet one. Playing in his storm made me feel things like from Modern Horizons 3 release week. I guess Aether Hub actually saw play in energy for a while. Up until the ring ban. Hitting it off of Amp Raptor is just such a feels good. One Wrath Disguise, please. I think we're dead. But a bone's under a bones. I am in quite the pickle. Cannot stress how badly I need to draw the card Wrath of the Skies. Okay. Bones down. Oh god. Oh god, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. If I draw Wrath Disguise, I will go to exactly 1 life, and that will sweep their board. But I have to draw it this next draw step. No pressure. I got a, what, 2 in 48 chance? I like my odds. Come on. Manifesting. Wrath of the Skies. I haven't drawn a Ketramose since I started playing this version, but I'm partial to Aether Vial. I like Aether Vial a lot. I played my fair share of the Ketramose version as well. I think it's really good in the mid-range matchups, but it's kind of lacking in the combo matchups, whereas the Recruiter build's better in the combo matchups. Wrath of the Skies. Heart of the Cards, Wrath of the Skies. Don't put me in my upkeep. Alright, we're getting there. Let's bring the exercise. Could be okay. Drop a relic. Yeah, I've had more success playing the Vial version overall. I kind of think that maybe if you want to play Ketramose, you're better off playing Esper with Frog. Black-white Ketramose is like, I don't know, it seems so anemic to me. I feel like you just lose so much card accessibility by drawing random cards off of Ketramose instead of tutoring exactly what you need with Recruiter. Also, sometimes Ketramose can just kill you. And you also have the downside of playing bad cards like Relic. I'm not going to kill this Guide of Souls because I want to set up for a juicy Wrath of the Skies. Got all tongue-tied. Give me that good Wrath. They're not attacking, which makes sense if they're scared of the dog. Relic's not the worst. But it's also not that good. It's not that good against, like, Juthi. It's not that good against, Breach, right? Because, like, sometimes you just pop it when they play Breach and then they still just kill you anyways because they have the grinding station out. Thinking about marching this. I just Breach things. I'm gonna be greedy. Tap out for this and then Wrath for 2. They play Agony. I will be in Agony. Ragavan. I can still play Johnny. Guess if they don't commit more to the board, I could just March Goblin Bombardment instead of having to Wrath. Maybe they Ephemerate the Ragavan. Keep it in play? Nope. Solitude. I just, I mean, if I march this now, I draw a card. All right, let's march. Also think about pitching a card to march. I don't think that's as good either. Still trying to get Wrath value, but I don't want to take too much damage between this Ketramose and Dashing Ragavan, whatever. Dashing the Ragster Part 2. What the fuck? Still Moon Cavalier? Bro. What is this? It's not even good, but like, what is this? They have the tech. I don't. I need a Wrath for 3 now. We got Blood Baron and Viscopa at home. Blood Baron and Viscopa at home. Guess I get an Elishnorn. Technically don't have to draw a land. I could Wrath for 2 and then Wrath for... Or Wrath for 2, pay 1 energy, then Wrath for 2, pay 3 energy. That feels really bad to have to do, though. Secondary Gadisouls. Cannot stress how badly I need to draw a land. I can play the Ragster also. It might. They paid the energy, but it has protection from white, so it can't be targeted by Gadisouls. -3 energy. Honestly, I would have missed that in paper. I'd have been like, yeah, that's fine. It's just good deck building. More Gadisouls. Land? Alright, so we're gonna Wrath X2, but then we're gonna pay 1 energy and bank 1 energy. And next turn we can Wrath this thing away too. And bold of you to assume I make mistakes. It was calculated -3 energy. My land. This thing is so annoying. Get it off of my screen. Get it out of here. One day I'll attack with this Ketramose. The dog. Maybe. I don't know. They're really low on time. Blue mana. It's a 13-minute clock difference. I have to imagine they're doing something else. Okay. Consigned to memory jump scare. I should have consigned at the end step because then I would have stone read myself. I figured it was better to get the Witch Enchanter though instead of getting this. This is already coming off of Impend pretty soon. Cat. I have 4 cards in exile. I don't think we're getting there. Never attacking with his Ketramose. I don't think I need to attack with his Ketramose, but this is my big issue with Ketramose sometimes. It just doesn't do much. Just kind of sits there and exists. Yo, Spell Skittles. They've been 22 months. So does Aether Vial, though. Post ban. Probably Affinity. You should look up Arcbound Poppy on Goldfish. He plays a lot of Affinity with that shell. There's Dismembering this instead. It could be Kethis also. Keth is looking quite nice. All right, 1-1. Energy. All the energy players came out of the woodworks. Super cheap in paper. $258. And half of that's coming from Meticulous Archive. It's not quite half. $78 coming from Meticulous Archive. Flood Farm Verge. Ripped the Flood Farm Verge that I ruined by spilling water on it. I don't know if I'm supposed to march this thing pitching Phelia. I think I just take the hit. It's cheap for you. Not for some of us common folk. I feel so far behind because I didn't have a Fatal Push on turn 1. Honestly, even if I did have a Fatal Push, I'd probably still feel pretty far behind. Ranger Captain of Eos. Goryo's went 9-0 in today's challenge. Chad. The Virgin main deck Relic versus the Giga Chad Goryo's. Do your worst, Johnny. Witch Enchanter. Yeah, let's start here. Solitude, please. No Solitude. This is really tricky. I could march the Ranger Captain pitching these two. If I do that, I get to attack. I can blink this, hit that for 2, or I can blink this and trade here. I know they have Goddess Holes in hand. Doing things we're not proud of because I don't think I can beat their current board as it stands. Feels really bad. Galv. I need these Shadowy Backstreets to be untapped. That'd be very cool. I'm just dead. I have to like impending grab Solitude. To its on top. It's a Solitude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go to 1. I don't think I get to play Ketramose. I think I'll die if I play Ketramose. Okay. Sideboard. Voidwalker out. Thoughtseize out. I guess I was gonna board out one relic anyways. Celestial Purge. Exercise. Wrath Disguise. And an Alishtorn. So many Galvs. I just think these are way too many Galvs. Sure. I think the problem with that last match is that we lost the die roll. Win the die roll, we win the game. No problem. The Ragster, Ocelot. If they attack, I'm just going to take the hit from the Ocelot Pride because I want to see if they want to commit a second creature so that way I can go like Solitude Ephemerate. Oh, they're just going to do a pre-combat. Well, that's a pretty juicy offer you got there. Nom 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 nom. Never get your F6 value, chat. It's not worth it. You could lose everything for your F6 value. They're still not even in like a bad spot. Because Ketramose isn't doing anything. Excuse me. Throat's dry. Haven't hydrated enough, I guess. Dies of death. And I gotta drink more dusty water. One day Ketramose will attack. Today's not that day. Gotta exile one more card. Oh, hey, we could exile one more card. I could have done post combat. Maybe sometimes lucky. Did they mess up and let me go to combat? Okay, they messed up, then let me go to combat. If I push one of these, it's still gonna die. Yo, Mug, thank you for the tier 2 in the 28 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I think I have to kill Ocelot Pride. They go tutor it out and play it. It's probably going to be a little bit more important than killing a Goddess Souls. I had a lot of life to work with. And then like mono energy bracket. So much energy. I actually didn't mean to let him go to end step. I messed up. I just let him make a token for fucking no reason. Clean play. Clean. Alright, we got more Ketramoses. Bless. I'm about to do main phase 2. No, can't block like that. Illegal blocking? Arrest this person? Take 8 and probably didn't have to take 8 this turn if I didn't let them make a cat and then gain 2 energy for no reason. That cycles. Kill this guy to souls. 2 mana cycle, sign me up. Oh shit. The dog. Not much else is good though. Uh-oh. Maybe that's fine. I have City's Blessing. Build your own Ancestral. Now I can go to end step. Because I'm just playing a dog. My dog. I think I just wisp this Boggart Trawler. Draws me a couple cards. Bones the dog. I bones the dog. I can Flickerwisp. And Flickerwisp can flicker out Ocelot Pride, maybe. We'll see if we draw Solitude at any point. Block. Well, I gained 4 at least. End step. Return to me. No Solitude. Solitude? No Solitude. I think we blink out the Ocelot Pride. No Solitude. Surveil with the Elegant Parlor. Yeah, I guess I could have done that too. Save my dog. See what this finds me. A Flickerwisp. Well, don't mind if I do. It's cool. Now we're running back. But I'm going to use the restroom and grab some water, chat. I'll be right back. My throat's been fucky wucky recently. Ketramose is overrated? Well, I guess we're about to find out. His hand certainly answers the question, is Ketramose overrated? This the matchup where Ketramose should be good too. Gapo Bombardo. I still think it was so funny that they targeted Still Moon Cavalier, or tried to target Still Moon Cavalier with God of Souls. It just fizzled. Yuppers. Ketramose. Draw one card. I will draw 2 cards. That's actually what I meant to say. Let's get rid of the other Ketramose. Maybe it's a mistake, and I'm supposed to get rid of, I guess I'm not going to draw 2 cards because there's second to Goblin Bombardment. I don't draw another card. But maybe I was supposed to keep that, pitch the March in case they have Dismember. Time will tell. Or if they have Exercise or something. Second Ajani. Return of the Agony. Part 2, Episode 4. Agony. This isn't even bad for me, though. Especially if that's their only play. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're cooking. Two, 5. I want 7 cards. I guess here's what we do then. Emperor of Bones. Exile Solitude. Draw a card. Found another Solitude. We're gonna march. Goblin Bombardment. Pitching Solitude. I'm gonna draw another card. Ketramose is overrated. Ketramose is broken as heck. That kills Johnny too, right? I could leave up Ephemerate. I think it's a little bit better against Dismember. Not if it matters all that much though. Survive, Ketramose, adapt, overcome. Alright, goodbye, Ember Bones. I think I take the extra card here. So I'm greedy like that. Instead of attacking for 4. Infinite options have presented themselves. Solitude, draw a card. Maybe Flickerwisp, draw a card was better. Oh, I don't get a draw card off of that. Right. I always forget it's not tokens. I always forget. Oops. Yep. I don't think it's gonna matter, but that was not good. Still get 80,000 cards in the life flickers. Should be fine. It'll be fine. Exercise. The dog. Let's Wrath for 3. Not gonna kill Ketramose because Ketramose is indestructible. Wake! Take of the raid. Alright, they scooped. Okay, who is Respect the Dog? I've seen them a few times, and I can't tell if this is like Respect the Cat's alt account or if they're just a completely different person. I think March is probably a little bit better than Pending in this deck. Yeah, we'll leave it on top. I haven't seen Dauthi yet. This is like the first time we've seen him. Respect the Dog like only plays Brood Scale. Am I dead next turn? If I play a Brood Scale? Maybe. Do I need to jam Dauthi? It doesn't stop it. It's the same token, not card rule. I feel like they might have Kozilek's command trap. Very inconspicuously holding up 3 mana or 4 mana. Who could have foreseen such an outcome? I flip a Witch Enchanter face up. Pop a blade and then Ephemerate pop the other blade. It's either that or like play Balemurk and then Flickerwisp next turn. Please don't kill me. Don't play a Brood Scale and then make infinite mana and then cast an infinitely large Walking Ballista. I would hate that. 2/2 Ballista. And a Blade of the Blood Chief, so they're gonna kill Flickerwisp and then kill Witch Enchanter. I guess they can't kill Witch Enchanter. Let's pen the Balemurk, try to pick up a useless white card, maybe Flickerwisp. Oh, perfect, the useless white card. Picks up Ketramose. They might kill Witch Enchanter or try to kill Witch Enchanter here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to Ephemerate the Solitude or Ephemerate the Witch Enchanter, because I'd Ephemerate the Witch Enchanter, kill the Blade, but then I lose the Solitude. If I Ephemerate the Solitude, I have it back on rebound. I think I keep the Witch Enchanter around. My Overlord. Go. We're not in a great spot. Maybe we hit something big off this rumble. They have a blade or a brood scale. They're probably gonna take brood scale, yeah. Cast the brood scale and then adapt it. I don't have that much. That's juicy under Dauthi. So I get an impend this, get Flickerwisp it, grab Solitude. Or grab the Bone Zone. Mayhaps. Go get him, Dauthi. Bone Zone acquired. Aegis Stirrings. Reveals Blade of the Blood Chief. I think I'm dead, right? I equip it here and then I'm dead. White Orchid Phantom might be okay. Wrath of the Skies might be okay. Stony Silence is probably fine. I don't think I want Deafening. Vindicate's interesting, but probably not worth it. Exercise might be good enough. I think Alishorn's good. It's not a little slow. I'll give it a shot. I don't like Thoughtseize against Urza Saga decks that much, unless it's Breach. Maybe Thoughtseize is fine here. Two Balemurks out. Dauthi does not for tokens. If it's an actual card, then yeah, but no, not for tokens. So it doesn't really do anything to help stop the combo. Oh, does Alish Norn stop death triggers? No. It stops Flesh Trigger. That's not nothing. Maybe they lead on Urza Saga. Damn, never lucky. Da-dow. Alright, respect the dog. You're gonna learn to respect the dog. Holding up Dismember. Don't you dismember my dog. I'll be so mad. I don't have Dismember. Wee. Three mana pass. No. That's fine. Play the Blood Truth trigger. Ketramose. End step. Boop. One card. I'm gonna march the blade as well. I think we leave the relic around for now. Guess have Solitude. Or Thief Scoop. You got lucky that I misplayed. That's valid though. Misplaying is unlucky. Not a skill issue, it's luck. I think I gotta ship this hand. It's so close. Ah, so close. I just don't want to keep it though. If I don't want to keep it, I mean I really wanted to keep it. How much is Shadow Spear? I have Totem Spear, Totemic Spear. Whatever the Tomb Raider secret lair was. They're like $29. Totec Spear, $40. I'm rich. Rumble. Hey, why are my Ancient Stirring Veil Summer Vexing Bauble? Chooses Vexing Bauble. Well, it's over. GG. It's a wrap. Me sitting here with my 2 Solitudes in hand, like, that Vexing Bauble might be an issue. Might be a little bit of an issue. Milled my Wrath Disguise as well. It's all coming together. You lead on Vexing Bauble. I will F6. I think I have to Flickerwisp a Witch Enchanter face up instead of my Overlord. And then kill the Vexing Bauble. Sadly. Otherwise, I'm just like dead to a Brood Scale. Osage. Let's try this again. Actually worked out much better than I thought it was going to. See if I want to draw a card off of him. Yeah, whenever I misplay, I just go into the void and I'm like, damn, I'm so stupid. We'll return from the void in 2 to 6 business days. Yeah, no red splash, no phoenix, no wild shit that we played against at the showcase. Yeah, I still go for the Flickerwisp on the Overlord. Probably have Kozilek's Command. If I could play around Kozilek's Command by targeting Witch Enchanter, then I would, but I can't. Yeah, I played against it like round 2 of the showcase. But I lost their 1 copy of Deafening Silence instead of the 1 copy of Blossoming Calm. So I'd say I'm moving up in the world. Scribes 1 top, 3 bottom. Yeah, maybe a little less janky. Crawling Barrens. Oh, we're going deep. I guess Crawling Barrens is infinite damage if you have infinite mana. Scaly boy. I have 1 green mana. How many subs to play Titan? 5. Adapt. I can K command for 1. I think I have to kill this thing right now. Also, forewarning, I will not play it well. If you're expecting any sort of cohesive Titan gameplay from me, you're talking to the wrong streamer. Oh, hey, Relic. Draw 10,000 or play Emperor Bones. I think I like draw 10,000. If I draw land, I could do both. Champ. Those are insane. Just type Analyst Loop and they'll concede. I think I'll just frustrate my opponents more than anything else. Boo, Witcher Cheddar, boo. We hate Witcher Cheddar. Sure. All right. Time to think. Let's Fatal Push the Walking Ballista. That's smart. But not Ephemerate. I think I'm also supposed to cycle this on the Saga. Like Stone Random draw card. The Overlord from Halo. Now it's the Arbiter from Halo. Not the Overlord. Not only am I kicking your coffin over, but I'm going to take every book you own, throwing them in the hole. I didn't even realize that there's a typo in this command. I'm going to take every book you own and throwing them in the hole. And I'm throwing them in the hole. That way I can put your library in the graveyard one last time. I could die. Maybe. That's a Crawling Barrens. It's 4, put 2 +1/+1 counters on this land, then you may animate it as a 0/0. I don't think I want to rebound this. Boggart, Trawler. Grab the dog. I think I am supposed to opt display the Blood Chief. Via Witch Enchantment. Actually, it was probably better for me to play that as a land and play Flickerwisp and then flicker it and then draw a card. That was probably the better line. Could have been +1 card. Instead, I'm plus no cards. I do want to exile the graveyard with Boggart Bog, I think. That way they don't Emrakul me randomly. Let's go to combat first. So I don't think I'm playing this Emperor Bones. Animates Crawling Barrens. Crawling Barones. They pop it up to a 4/4. That's not nothing. No, this kills with infinite mana because you can keep activating it and then you put 2 counters on it every single time. So it just kills your opponent if you have infinite colorless mana, which is what Brood Scale does, right? Makes infinite colorless mana. If I Flickerwisp this thing, it'll come back as a land, so it's not gonna die. I think I just Flickerwisp and exile their graveyard, so I don't get Emmercooled. Maybe I'll draw a Solitude along the way. That's kind of funny. Another White Orchid Phantom. Maybe they're trying to deck me with Kozilek's commands. Just jump blocking over and over. I believe the one in standard just becomes a 3/3, right? For 4 mana. Scoop. Alright. Prediction time, chat. I'll give it a go. Has some graveyard hate in it. I would keep this hand if I didn't know its creativity. I think I'd keep this hand knowing its creativity too. They're double queuing a standard challenge 64. Or there's a standard challenge 64. What time was this? A 6 a.m. standard challenge? Opponents would play Magic Online all day. Looks like Eldruzi and not creativity in the slightest. I don't know. I think they're very minimal difference, Crimson. I think at its core, both of them are still very good. Sometimes Ketramose feels really clunky when it just sits there and does nothing, but sometimes Aether Vial feels really clunky when you draw it on turn 7. When both decks are doing their thing, I think they're equally as powerful. I honestly think it just comes down to personal preference. I'm gonna leave it up to Dawg. You're kicking a Myco spawn. Words cannot describe how much I hate this card. This card just like ruins my day. My day be so fine, then boom. Rampant growth plus Stone Rain. Problem is, I can't really blink anything impactful here until I get Flickerwisp, and I could blink this land, and then the Utopia Sprawl will fall off. I kind of want to get this out of the way anyways. I think I'm just going to push it. I'm going to flicker the Relic and then untap and exile another piece of their graveyard. Hasted opponent. At least I'm not getting Emmercooled. Really need to be able to Flickerwisp, hit the land, and then like hit the E-Temple. Instead, I'm getting devoured or world breakered or whatever the fuck. Devoured. My dog. Witch Enchanter. The worst card in the matchup. Just wait. There's more. We get a 7 mana completely busted plane. Yeah, imagine if they just cast a Ugin. I'd be at an actual 0% if this was Ugin. I think this black-white deck becomes like almost unplayable if Ugin Eldrazi's everywhere. The Eldrazi matchup is not good. Need lands anyways. Lands are for cowards. I guess I gotta Solitude this. I did what lands anyway? 4 Phantom, 4 Break the Ice, 4 Vindicate, and then still lose to him. Honestly, I think you probably have to play 4 Dauthi main deck and try to go Dauthi Thoughtseize, steal their Ugin. And play 1 copy of Emrakul, so that way when you ult Ugin, you can put Emrakul into play. Oh, and then on top of that, you could play Nahiri, because Nahiri ult can also find you Emrakul. We're cooking. No. Rip. You're saying I should start buying Eldrazi lands now? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you should. We got 1 Vindicate. We got 1 Ray of Enfeeblement. And 1 White Orchid Phantom times 3. I don't even know if I want to exercise in this match either. The dead draw talismans become Vindicates. Yep. I guess Aven's fine. We could try the exercise. I'm not sure if it's actually good in the matchup, though. I think I'm good on everything else. Side out, like, 2 Solitudes. I think I want to keep the Ephemerates. Maybe I could actually keep the Solitude. And side out 1 Ketramose, 1 Relic. Ew. So you might be like, wow, this hand has a sideboard card in it, and it has a Ketramose. It's so powerful, but this hand actually just does nothing. Turns out if you Stone Rain Eldrazi with no pressure to back it up, it's like you never really Stone Rained him at all. Hand's not great either, but I think I gotta put back Ephemerate and keep it. Like maybe I Thoughtseize some Giant Eldrazi. Best I can do is Devour. So I have 2 options. I gotta take Devour, and then they can't imprint it under the Ugin's Lab, and I could put it under the Emperor Bones and try to attack them really quick. Or I could take Talisman and try to stunt their mana production. I think I gotta take the Devour because I already have the March. I'm not trying to play the long game against them. Ugin in the mirror's unkillable. Yeah, at least the passive doesn't do much, but yeah. Pretty unkillable. What do they exile? Talisman, Kozilek's extra turn. Talisman. These lands are pretty sweet. I think they're good. Actually, this ain't it. I think I want to be hyper aggro. This might be dumb, but I think with them stumbling as much as they are, I just want to kill them as fast as possible. Also means I don't get K returned yet. The keyword being yet. Kozilek's command, Kozilek's return, Microspawn, Karn. I can take the Microspawn. But Kozilek's command's a problem. Soul Land or any untapped colorless source, I guess. The Karn's also a problem, but Microspawn's also a problem. If I take Kozilek's command, they play Microspawn if they hit untap land. And they have a blocker. And they get to accelerate, and then they get to go Karn Bridge. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna take Microspawn. K command is a problem, but if they miss on lands for one turn, which is kind of unlikely because they have a commercial district, but if they miss on a colorless source, get the White Orchid Phantom, the Uggin's Lab. Alright, hopefully it works out. Fancy Utopia Sprawl. Age of Stirrings. No E-Temple. No E-Temple. Any other land, no E-Temple. E-Temple. Fuck. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Scheiße. Well fought. We've died. Maybe I shouldn't have pitched the dog so soon. I was just hoping they would stumble a little bit more. But they did not. Perhaps engineered explosives. It's a weird one to grab with them having double K return. Yeah, I gotta take him off of red, I guess. I hit him down to 3. I don't get to play the Dauthi. Yeah, another 2-drop with 2 toughness. Perfect. Mm-hmm. That's just kind of what their deck does. And it hit Flickerwisp. We can take land. Alright, moth time. I don't know if this is good enough to save me either. Maybe I was supposed to take him off the red source earlier. A close call. I was afraid of something off a Karn. Let's take I might have 3 mana next turn. Let's take Aven Interrupter. Maybe they don't stone maybe they have to go minus and get Ensnaring Bridge or something. If that's the case, I should have taken. I don't even know. I guess they have so many cards in hand that Ensnaring Bridge probably doesn't matter. They're looking kind of dead to me. No, I guess they can go Mycospawn, Uggin's Lab, Kozilek's Return. And they're not dead for another turn. Unless I hit Solitude. No, even if I hit Solitude, they're not dead. Hmm. I hit the Solitude. Flickerwisp the Lab. Not a bad line. Other options are like Boggart Trawler them. I don't get K return. Getting K return would suck. What's their sequence of outs here? If I get Boggart Trawler, they go get Ensnaring Bridge. Then they're not killing my land. If I go get Ensnaring Bridge, they're gonna have 2 cards in hand. Probably anyways. Alright, I have a plan, I think. I think maybe, who knows. I think the fastest way I lose this game is Kozilek's return. So, I think Exile in the Graveyard's fine, but maybe the Flickerwisp play was better. A Flickerwisp play is kind of weak if they have another 7+ drop in their hand, but this one's not too much better if they have another 7+ drop in their hand like Devour, but they can't pick up the Devour and cast the Devour. And they have to block. I don't know if you should trust me, but I have a plan. Well, here's the thing. If they get Bridge, so they're going up to 5 cards in hand, right? Because they're going to go 4 for Draw Step, 5 for Karn. And then they play Bridge with 3 mana, so they go down to 4 cards. They play land that's like 3, and then they need something else to cast. Even then I can still attack with like X2s. I don't know. It makes them have something else. Fighting for our freaking life out here. What's up, Raptor? How you doing? Just a Myco spawn. That's a Kozilek's command. Bruh. Literal infinite blockers. Well, I could attack and get back White Orchid Phantom, but White Orchid Phantom this, but then this thing is still a problem, and it's gonna keep plussing on my lands. I need flyers. I can't play Dauthi. This sucks. Still fighting for our life. I probably have to attack Karn next turn, depending on which way they go with it. I guess not, because then it'll be a 5 anyways if they plus. I don't have double black. They've been stone raiding me every turn off of my black sources. I don't know if I want to fetch. This just complicates things even more. Okay, so I get Solitude. I Solitude Chrysalis. And I play Dauthi and pass. This thing has reach. Kill next turn. Just like Dauthi pass. I mean, they have Karn minus Cityscape Leveler. That's not gonna work either. A Karn minus Cityscape Leveler. This game's so frustrating. This Chrysalis is just growing. It's gonna be huge, bigly. No, they still have the explosives in their hand too. Or was that last game? I don't even remember. This game's been so long. I think I have to get Solitude and pitch Aven Interrupter. There's all sorts of bad shit. And they can gain any amount of life that they want between 2 and 7. They are losing blockers and mana. I think we just passed the dog. I don't feel like playing Dauthi does much because they have that engineered explosives in their hand still. Pass with the dog. Mm-hmm. The dog. Here comes the engineered explosives for 2. I don't know if I have another Godless Shrine in the deck. Might not. There's Emrakul. Yeah, at least they blow up their coating, I guess. Glass half full. Got a Shadowy Backstreet and a Swamp. All I have left to fetch, so this Windswept Heath doesn't find me anything. Alright, coding down. Step 1 of 15. Okay. So I lost access to everything I ever loved. Being Boggart Trawler. And now they have an Emrakul in their hand. So 6. They have to block 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Emrakul's coming down. I can't do anything about that. If I can't do anything about that, I might not just edge. It's flickering a spawn, stop it. I guess. No, not really. If I exile the graveyard, yeah, they also get liquid metal coating back. Exiling a spawn stops it if they don't have a land drop. I mean, that's probably the take. What a silly game of Modern. If we have Boggart Troll, I think we win this game. Yeah, Solitude the Emrakul, and I just, like, actually never win. Alright, please don't have land drop. Instantly plays land drop. Gross. So I'm losing my Overlord. And maybe my Flickerwisp also. Or Mod's Crypt. Alright. We drew a blank for the most part. So they can't use that to screw with me. They can crack it and find nothing. Because I don't think they want to give me Swamp. For Dauthi. They can attack with Overlord. They can return White Orchid Phantom. Blow up my own land. Oh, they just selected no. They gave me a chance. I also milled over the Swamp. I have Flickerwisp, Ephemerate. I saw a couple things. I actually don't think I can win this game no matter what. Top deck. Does that actually do something for me? Technically. But only technically. If I can attack and then Ephemerate, then yeah, but I can't attack and then Ephemerate. This thing has Trample also. The blocking's not gonna help. I could have done that on my end step. Give myself a redraw, but I don't think I had any else at that point. Crazy. Crazy. Pay out the believers. Or sorry, pay out the doubters. Sorry, believers. Yeah, that deck's getting a broken new card, by the way.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.